In this author website design tutorial, I'm going to be going over how to create an author website with WordPress step by step from start to finish. I'll be showing you how to access professional pre-made WordPress website templates to make creating your author website an easy process. I'll be going over how to make an author website using one of the most popular drag and drop editors, Elementor Page Builder, so you can create a professional looking author website via drag and drop. I'll also be going over how to set up an author website and how to accept payments if you want to sell your books online on your website. The great thing about this author website design tutorial is it is extremely easy to follow along with even if you have no experience in starting and creating an author website. At the end of this video, you will have your author website successfully created. The first step I'm going to cover is how to choose and register your own domain name for free. A domain name is the name of your website. For example, the website name for YouTube is youtube.com. Step 2, I'll be going over how to choose a hosting provider. An easy way to think of hosting is it's like the physical storefront of your website. To have a website, you have to have hosting. Step 3 is going over building your site with WordPress and creating your WordPress author website using professional pre-made templates and building your site using the most popular drag and drop editor. Let's get started with the author website design tutorial. The first thing you want to do to create your site is to click the link in the description below to be taken to Bluehost so you can take advantage of our exclusive Bluehost discount where you'll be getting a free domain name and a Bluehost web hosting discount for your website. Make sure you click the link in the description to get this great deal. A little disclosure, the link is an affiliate link, meaning I receive a commission from Bluehost at no extra cost to you. Plus you get an awesome Bluehost discount. A little about Bluehost. Bluehost powers over 2 million websites worldwide. They are also recommended by WordPress.org since 2005. They provide 24/7 support via chat and phone, and they have a 30-day money-back guarantee. If for any reason you're unhappy, you can cancel and get a refund within the first 30 days. Once you click the link in the description below, you'll be on the Bluehost page. Click the View Plans button. You'll now be on the Bluehost Plans page. You'll see 4 different plans you can choose from: the Basic, Choice Plus, Online Store, and Pro plan. The basic plan comes with 10 websites, 10 gigabytes of SSD storage, 100 concurrent visitors, and is ideal for 40,000 visits per month. The Choice Plus plan comes with 50 websites, 50 gigabytes of SSD storage, 500 concurrent visitors, and is ideal for 200,000 website visits per month. The Choice Plus plan comes with phone support, daily website backups free for the first year, and domain privacy free for the first year. The online store plan comes with 50 websites, 50 gigabytes of SSD storage, 500 concurrent visitors, and is ideal for 200,000 website visits per month. Automated real-time backups with Jetpack and WooCommerce auto install. This plan is good if you're going to have an online store, as it comes with a bunch of extras like store analytics, secure online payments, bookings and appointments, shipping labels, product search and filtering, gift card creation, wish list, customer account customization, and sales and promotions builder by WonderCart. Something I want to note is you can have an e-commerce site with the Basic, Choice Plus, or Pro plan as well. You just won't get the extra e-commerce features the Bluehost online store plan provides. The Pro plan comes with 100 websites, 100 gigabytes of SSD storage, 1,000 concurrent visitors, and is ideal for 400,000 website visits per month, along with everything the Choice Plus plan comes with. I'm going to choose the Basic plan for this tutorial. Once you decide on a plan to choose, click the Select button. You'll now be on the domain page where you can choose your free domain name for your site. You can type in and search available domains in the search field. If you already own a domain name, you can enter it in where it says, "I want to use a domain I already own." If you can't decide on a domain name, you can click the Choose Domain Later link, and you can choose your free domain name at a later date in the Bluehost dashboard. You'll now be on the cart page. You'll see your hosting plan here. If you click from the drop-down, you can select the term for your web hosting purchase. You'll get the lowest pricing with the 12-month term. You'll see the add-ons here. If you don't want any of them, you can click the trash can icon to remove them. I do recommend Domain Privacy Plus Protection, as it'll keep your personal information private so that spammers and telemarketers won't have access to your personal information and contact you by phone and email with offers of their services. When you register a domain name, No matter what company you choose, the domain goes into the public WHOIS database as domain names are regulated. If you select Domain Privacy Plus Protection, it'll show Bluehost's default contact information instead of yours. Highly recommend Domain Privacy Plus Protection. Professional email is if you want an email address ending in your domain name with a custom inbox, added security for your email, your contacts and calendars to sync, Drive to share files, create and manage tasks, and to create documents from a full suite of tools. I do want to note that Bluehost does come with free email addresses ending in your domain name, so this add-on isn't necessary unless you really want to utilize all the added features provided by Professional Email. Click the Continue to Checkout button to proceed. You now want to input your contact information and account information. Next, choose your payment method and input your payment details. Complete your payment by clicking the Submit Payment button. Bluehost will now email you your Bluehost receipt. You are now directed to a page where you'll see your Bluehost account has been successfully created. Click the Create Password button. Next, enter a password to be used for your Bluehost account. You'll see your user ID for your account listed. Click the Create Password button. WordPress will begin installing. Once it is done, you'll be directed to a Make Your Dreams a Reality page. Click the Start Setup button. It'll now ask you what your experience with WordPress is. Select the one that fits your experience. I'll click I'm an expert. Next, it'll ask you what type of site you are creating. I'll click Business. Click the Continue Setup button to proceed. It'll now ask you a subcategory for the category you chose. Select one that fits or type it in. Click the Continue Setup button. Next, it'll ask you your top priority for your site. If you don't want to do this part, feel free to click Skip this step. I'll click Skip this step. Next, you can input your site title, site description, upload a logo, and under social media icons, you can input any social media profiles you have for your business. This step is completely optional, and you can input these in WordPress anytime you'd like. I'll be covering this in the tutorial. I'll click Skip this step. You'll now be on the Tell Your Theme page. For this tutorial, we aren't going to be using this theme. I'm going to show you how to access professional WordPress themes and create your site via drag and drop. I'll just click the Next button. And it'll now show you the design of the theme. If you want to use another theme, just click the Next button. We won't be using this theme for this tutorial, so I'll click Next. On this page, I'll click the Next button. On this page, I'm not going to worry about what is selected. I'll click the Next button. On the Page Template page, I'll just click the Next button. Next, you'll be on the Key Features page. I recommend keeping what is selected and clicking the Next button. You'll now be on the Your Site is Ready page. Click the Complete Setup button. You'll now be taken to the WordPress dashboard. From here, you'll see you're in the Bluehost tab in the left side menu. From here, if you click Bluehost account, it'll take you to your Bluehost control panel. You can also get to your Bluehost control panel by logging into Bluehost. In the left side menu, click Websites. If you click Edit Site, it'll take you to your WordPress dashboard where you can begin creating and editing your website. If you click Settings, you'll see your Bluehost name servers are listed here below in case you need them. Before we choose a theme and start editing it, we want to change our domain name to be secure using HTTPS with the free SSL certificate. I'll click Edit Site to be taken to WordPress. I'll hover over Settings in the left side menu. Click General. You'll see WordPress address URL and site address URL. Change these to HTTPS instead of the HTTP. Scroll down and click Save Changes. It'll now log you out of WordPress because we changed the URL to HTTPS. Just log back in. Now I want to show you how to access free professionally designed WordPress themes and how to make any of these themes an author website. To pick out a theme for your site, on the far left you will see tabs. Find the Appearance tab and hover over it. Click Themes. This is where you can pick out a theme for your site. Next, click Add New Theme. You'll now see WordPress themes that you can choose from. There's thousands of free themes to choose from. Now I want to show you how to access free professionally designed WordPress themes and how to edit them easily with the drag and drop editor. Type in Astra in the search field. Click the Install button. Once it's done installing, click the Activate button. Once it is done activating the theme, you want to find the Plugins tab in the side menu. Click Add New. In the search field, type in Starter Templates. You want to click Install on it, then click Activate. Hover over the Appearance tab in the side menu. Click on Starter Templates. You will now see how you would like to build your website. I'll select the classic starter templates. Click the Build with Templates button. Choose Elementor for the page builder. Up in the top right, if you see Block Editor or something other than Elementor showing, click this, and from the drop-down, select Elementor. It'll now showcase a bunch of WordPress themes you can build your site with using drag and drop. You can type in the type of website you want to create to pull up templates based on that. You'll see a bunch of categories you can hover over and select to build your site. If you click a theme, it'll show you what it will look like so you can preview it. Click the X button to go back to the themes page. Something I want to mention, any of the templates, no matter the category and what they are called, can be used for your author website. You can easily change and edit the templates to what you'd like when creating your WordPress site. Just find a template you like, and then you can start making it your own, no matter what category the template is in. If you hover over the Personal Sites category, from the drop-down, click Author. You'll see a bunch of great templates that can be used for your author website. Select the theme you want. For this tutorial, I'll choose this template here called Bestselling Author, and then we will make it our own to be an author website. You can upload a logo if you'd like. You can do this at a later time, so if you don't have one now, no worries. I cover this later in the video. You can now choose the font and colors for your site. You can update these at a later time or change them whenever you'd like. I cover this later in the video. Click the Continue button. You'll be on the Select Features page. Feel free to select any features you want. I'll click Skip this step. You not be only tell us a little about yourself, you don't have to fill this out if you don't want to. Just make sure under Advanced Options you have each one selected. Click the Submit and Build My Website button. It'll begin building your website. Once it is done, you'll be on the Congratulations page. Click the View Your Website button. It'll now take you to your website and what it looks like. Before we begin editing, we want to turn on some features in Elementor to make the editing process even easier. Up at the top, you'll see your site title name. Hover over this and click Dashboard. Find the Elementor tab in the left side menu and hover over it. Click Settings. Click Features. Go to Editor top bar. From the drop-down, click Active. Next, scroll down and find the Flexbox container. From the drop-down, select Active. Click the Save Changes button. Now let's go over how to make edits to the WordPress theme and how to use the drag and drop editor to create your site. From the WordPress dashboard, hover over your site title name up at the top. Click Visit Site. To make edits to your site, click the Edit with Elementor tab on the top of the page. It'll now bring you to the drag and drop editor where you can create your site quick and easy. To make edits to a part of the page, just click where you want to make edits and start making edits. I can change the text here from Discover the Magical Journey to Demo Author Website. You'll see you can link the text out to a page if you want. The heading type. If you click Style, you can change the alignment of the text. Text color. If you click the pencil icon next to typography, from the drop-down next to family, you can change the font. You can change the size of the text. If you want to make edits to the background image, right-click on the section. Click Edit Container. Click Style. Where you see background type, you can choose for the background to be classic, gradient, a video, or a slideshow where you begin adding in images to show for the slideshow. I'm going to keep it on classic. Hover over the image and click the trash can icon if you want to remove the image. Click over the image and you can upload a photo to place here, or click Media Library to upload images already uploaded in WordPress. I'll select one I've already uploaded. I'll click the Select button. The image is now uploaded. You notice the image only shows on the right side. Let's say you want to make this image take up more space. Here's how to do this. You'll see the X position here. You can move this over to the left to make it bigger. If you move it all the way to 0, the image will now show for this whole top section. Next, click the background overlay. Where you see background type, click Classic. Click Color. You can change the background color to what you'd like. Next, where you see opacity, you can move it over to the right or left to get it to look how you want. You notice the text and content in this top section blends in. Here's how to change the color. Click into the area, click Style, click Color, and you can change the color. You'd repeat these steps for each of these. Next, to change the image found here, click into the image, and you can click the trash can icon to remove the image. If you click into the image, you can then upload an image or choose an image already uploaded to WordPress. If you want to remove the image, right-click in the image and click Delete to remove the image. Before we proceed, I'm going to change the background area to what it was when we first started. Next, let's go over editing the button. I'm going to click into the Read Sample Now button. You'll now be able to change the name of the text. You can link the button out to where you'd like it. If you want to link to your book on Amazon, a book selling site, or a book you're selling on the website, you can input the link here. If you click the settings icon next to the link, you can choose to have the link open in a new tab and make it nofollow if you'd like. Where you see icon, you can select to not have an icon with the button. Where it says Upload SVG, you can upload an icon. If you click Icon Library, you can view icons you can add to the button. If you click Style, you can make changes to the font used and colors for the button. If you click Hover, this is where you can make edits to the font and colors on the button hover. Next, I'll scroll down on the page to this section. If you click the plus icon, it'll bring stuff up over on the left that you can drag into the page. You can select what you want over on the left and drag it in wherever you'd like it. If you right-click on an area, you can delete it if you don't want it. By right-clicking, you can duplicate something if you need to duplicate it. If you click the plus icon here at the top in the editor, it'll bring you back to the elements you could drag into the page. You can drag something over to somewhere else on the page by selecting it and dragging it over to where you want it. I'll drag a text into the page. If you click to edit the text, you'll be able to make edits to the text like make it bold. You can link out a text to somewhere. If you click the settings icon, you can choose to have the link open in a new tab if you'd like. If you click toolbar toggle, it'll give you more options like changing the alignment of the text, changing the text color. You can undo and redo changes here. If you click style at the top, you can then make more changes to the text. If you click the pencil icon where you see typography, where you see family from the drop down, you can select different fonts for the text. To change the image found here, just right click in the image, click Edit Container, click Style. You can hover over the image and click the trash can icon, or click into the image to change the image just like shown in the image at the top of the page. Next, scroll down to this section. Click into a book image and you can replace the image like shown earlier. Next, scroll down to this section. To change the background image in this section, right-click in the section. Click Edit Container. Click Style. You can click the trash can icon to remove the image. Click into the image. This is where you can upload a photo to place here, or click Media Library to upload images already uploaded in WordPress. I'll select one I've already uploaded. I'll click the Select button. The image is now uploaded. Next, click the background overlay section. Next, if you click into color, you can change the color to something you'd like. Where you see opacity, you can drag this over to get the image to look how you want. If you scroll up to the top of a section and hover over the section, you can click the plus icon and then click the plus icon showing again to add a new section to the page. I'll select Flexbox. You can now choose the structure for the section. I'll select this one for this tutorial. You can now drag in something over into the section. If you click the middle icon with the dots, you can then edit that section. If you click the X button, it will completely remove the section from the page. If you click into a section, click the middle icon with the dots, you can drag it up or down to move that section to somewhere else on the page. If you scroll down to the Drag Widget Here section, if you click the Starter Templates icon, you can click Blocks in the menu, and then it'll give you lots more page design ideas you can choose from. Up at the top, you can select categories for blocks to show. I'll select one, and then I'll click the Import button to import it to the page. We can now make it our own. If you right-click into any section and click Edit Section, then Style, where you see Background Type, click Classic. You can change the color background of that section of the page by clicking into Color and changing it to what you'd like. Now I want to cover the Contact Us form to show you how this works. To do this, let's first save our changes. We see the arrow next to Publish, click this, and from the drop-down, click Save Draft to save our changes. Next, click the eye icon so we can preview our changes. It's going to bring up a preview of our site. Click Contact in the menu. It'll bring up the Contact page. To edit this contact form found here, here's how to do this. Hover over your site title name at the top. Click Dashboard. Next, click on WP Forms. You'll see the Contact Us form showing here. Hover over the form you want to edit and click Edit. It's now going to bring up the builder for the Contact Us form. You can hover over an area to delete it or duplicate it. You can click an area and drag it to wherever you'd like it. If you want to add something, you can drag it over from the side. If you click Field Options, you can click on a part of the form and then make changes from the side. You can select to make this part of the form a required or not required part to fill out. If you click Advanced, you can click the part of the form you want to change, and you can select between the size of the form field for that area, and then change if you want anything to show in the form field where they input their information. Click Save to save changes. When you are done, click the X button. If you click Settings, you'll be in the General section where you can edit things for the form. Spam Protection allows you to toggle on spam protection options. Notifications is where you can put in the email the form info should be sent to, and the From email address showing to the person who filled out the form. And the Confirmations is where you can put in a confirmation message that shows to the person who filled out the form. I'll click the X button. You'll see the newsletter sign up form here. The newsletter sign up form is found here at the bottom of your site. To make changes to this, you do the same as the contact form. Click Edit underneath and you can make changes if needed. Now I want to go over how to sell books on your site and how to accept payments along with setting up the shipping and taxes for it. To sell books on your site, we want to start by installing WooCommerce. Hover over the Plugins tab in the left side menu. Click Add New. Type in WooCommerce. You'll see WooCommerce here. Click the Install Now button. Once it's done installing, click the Activate button. You'll now be taken to the Welcome to Woo page. The check mark down here, I recommend unselecting this as it can help with performance on your website so it doesn't slow it down. Click the Set Up My Store button. Next, you can click this step if you'd like. You can select the one based on your situation. Click the Continue button. Next, you want to input some information about your store. Give your store a name. Next, type in what kind of products you will be selling. If you don't see quite what you are selling, just click Other. Next, input where your store is located. Input the email address you want to use. Click the Continue button. Next, you'll be on the free features page. You can click Skip this step if you want to skip this step. You can unselect any that you don't need at this time. I recommend keeping the Get Paid with Woo Payments, Get Automated Tax Rates with WooCommerce Tax, and Print Shipping Labels with WooCommerce Shipping. Click the Continue button. It'll begin getting your features ready. You'll now be taken to the WooCommerce homepage with WordPress. Next, let's add a book as a product to sell on your site. In the left side menu, hover over Products and click Add New Products. Where you see Product Name, type in the product name. I'll type in Demo Mystery Book. Where you see Product Description, you want to input the full product description of your book. You'll see all the options you can use when creating your description. The toolbar toggle icon will give you more options. I'll paste in a product description I have already written. Over to the right, you'll see Product Image. Click the Set Product Image link. This is your main product image that will show. You can now upload an image or choose an image already uploaded to WordPress. I'll select the book product image I've already got uploaded. I'll click the Set Product Image button. You'll see the product image has been added. Next, where you see Product Gallery, click the Add Product Gallery Images link to add gallery images for your book. You can upload a photo or choose some already uploaded to WordPress. Choose a photo you want to add and click the button in the bottom right to upload it. You'll see the image is now uploaded. To add more, click the Add Product Gallery Images again and select the image you want to add. You'll see the images you've uploaded showing. To remove an image, hover over the image and you can click the X button to remove it. Next, where you see product data, it'll have simple product selected. This is most common for selling things like books. You can keep this selected. Next, you can choose for the product to be virtual or downloadable. You can then add your downloadable file. You'll see regular price and sale price. I'll input a price for the book. I'll put $15.99. If you want it to be on sale, you can put in your sale price here. If you click Schedule, you can schedule a sale price to show live during those dates you select. Where you see Product Short Description, this is where you will add a short description of your product that will show. I'll paste one in. Next, if you scroll up to the Product Data section, click Inventory. If you have a SKU to input, you can input it here. You can input a UPC or any of the other things listed here if needed. Where you see Stock Management, you'll see Track Stock Quantity for this product. If you select this, you can then input the quantity in. Next, you can choose to allow back orders or not. Where you see Low Stock Threshold, when you put a number in here, when the quantity of your product gets to that number, you will be notified via email about the low quantity. Next, you can choose to limit purchases to one item per order. Next, click Shipping. You can input your shipping information here if you'd like. You put in the weight and the dimensions. Where you see linked products, you can select other products you sell for an upsell or a cross-sell. Cross-sells are popular as this will recommend a product you sell in the user's cart related to this product to help increase your sales. You'll see the Attributes tab. For books, you more than likely won't have to worry about this section. If you click Advanced, you can choose to input a custom note that sends to the customer after they place an order. If the Enable Reviews is selected, it lets customers leave reviews. Lastly, over to the right, you'll see Product Categories. You can select a category you have created for what you are selling. You can click Add New Category to add a new category. You can then input the category name you want. For example, categories for books could be fiction, nonfiction, mystery, adventure, best-selling, new releases, and things like that. I'll put in best-selling as an example. Click the Add New Category. You can unselect and select categories here as well. Up at the top, if you click Save Draft, you can save the product as a draft. Or click the Publish button to publish the product. I'll click Publish. After you've published a product, to update changes, you just click the Update button. Another way to add categories for your products is to click Categories under Products in the left side menu. You can now input your category name here. Under Slug, you can leave this blank as this will be created automatically based on your category name. You can put in a description and a thumbnail image if you'd like. Click the Add New Category button to add the new category. You'll see the new category added and the slug, which will show in the URL, is created. Next, let's go over adding the shop and e-commerce pages to the menu in our website. I'll hover over Appearance in the left side menu. Click Menus. You'll see your menu showing here. Where you see the Select a Menu to Edit, you'll notice it says Footer Menu on mine. If yours doesn't say Primary Menu, click from the drop-down and select Primary Menu. This is the main primary menu that you want to select. Click the Select button. You'll now see the primary menu and options showing. You'll see the pages Checkout, Cart, My Account, and Shop. To add these to your menu, just select one. For example, I want to add the Shop page by selecting it. I'll add the Add to Menu button. It's been added to the menu. If you click it, you can move it to where you'd like it in the menu. If you want to rename the page in the menu, click the arrow to the right. You'll see it says Shop. You can put in whatever you'd like. For example, I'll replace it with Store. I'll click the arrow again to get the drop down to not show any longer. I'll go ahead and add in the cart and My Account page to the menu. I'll rearrange mine to how I want it by dragging them in place. Once you are done, you want to save your changes. You want to click the Save Menu button. I'll now bring up a preview of my site by hovering over my site title name at the top. I'll click Visit Site. You'll now see the Store, Cart, and My Account page added to the menu. Now let's go over how to get to and edit the Shop page, Cart page, Checkout page, and My Account page. Up at the top, if you hover over your site title name at the top, click Dashboard. From the WordPress dashboard, click Pages in the left side menu. You'll see the Cart page, Checkout page, My Account page, and Shop page. To edit a page, go to the page you want and click Edit underneath it. To view it, click the View tab underneath it. I'll go to the Cart page and click Edit. It'll bring up the editor for the cart page. You see all the options added. What you need to pay attention to here is the layout. All the information is pre-filled here automatically when a customer adds something to their cart. This is just for you to visualize what it will look like. If you click the plus icon, click Browse All. You can add whatever you'd like to the page. If you type in WooCommerce, it'll give you WooCommerce options that you might want to add to the page. Once done editing, click the Save button in the top right to save your changes. To go back to the WordPress dashboard, click the WordPress icon in the top left. I'll now go to the Checkout page and click Edit. You'll now be on the editor for the Checkout page. If you want to add something to the Checkout page, you just click the plus icon just like on the cart page. I'll click the WordPress icon in the top left to go to the WordPress dashboard. I'll hover over my account and click View. You'll now see your account page and what it would look like to the customer. To get to the shop page of your site that lists out all your products you have for sale, hover over your site title at the top. Click Dashboard. Hover over your site title name up at the top and click Visit Store. You'll see the preview of the store page here and all your products added. Before we add a payment method to accept payments on our website, we need to set up some information in the WooCommerce settings. To do this, hover over your site title name up at the top. Click Dashboard. Hover over WooCommerce in the left side menu. Click Settings. You'll be on this General tab here. Scroll down and input your store address information. Next, under General Options, where you see Selling Locations, from the drop-down, you can select the one you want. If I click Sell to all countries except for, I can then input the countries to exclude. If I click Sell to specific countries, I can input the countries I want to sell to. Next, where you see Shipping Locations, from the drop-down, you can select from different options based on your needs. It works just like we just did above on the Selling Locations. Where you see Default Customer Location, from the drop-down, you can select from the different options. I'm going to leave it on Shop, Country, Region for mine. Next, you'll see the Enable Taxes. I recommend selecting this so that the taxes populate in the cart at checkout once set up. Next, you'll see Enable Coupons. You can select or unselect coupons to be used at checkout for your site. Currency Options is where you can make currency option changes if you need to. Whenever you make changes, click the Save Changes button. Next, click Products in the top menu. Scroll down to Reviews. You can unselect or select anything here regarding reviews and product ratings. Next, click Accounts and Privacy. You can select and unselect options here for guest checkout, account creation, and at the bottom, personal data retention. Next, click Emails. The only thing you really need to check here is the top 3 choices: New Order, Canceled Order, and Failed Order. Verify it's showing the email address you want those to go to. If you want to change it, click the Manage button. You can then input the email address you want this to go to. Next, click Tax. You'll see prices entered with tax. If you want your products to show without the tax calculated in, select the No, I will enter prices exclusive of tax. The tax will be added at the checkout. If you select Yes, the taxes will show on the product price already. I'll keep No selected. Where you see display prices in the shop and display prices during cart and checkout, from the drop-down, you can change this if you'd like. The most common choice is keeping these as is, as excluded, so the tax shows at the very end of the process for the customer. Calculate tax based on is where you can choose how you want the tax to be calculated. From the drop-down, you can select different options. To make things easier, I'm going to show you how to automate your taxes, making the process simple. Before I show you how to automate the taxes, if you want to add in taxes manually, you'll see next to tax options, standard rates, reduced rate rates, and zero rate rates. You'd click into the one you want. For example, I'll click standard rates. You'll see insert row. Click this. Country code is where you'd put the country code for the tax. I'll put US. State code is where you'll put in the state code. For example, I'll put GA for Georgia. Input the postcode zip code here. I'll input mine for Atlanta. City, I'll input Atlanta. Rate, you just input the tax rate here. Next, you can select if it's going to be a compound tax rate. Next, where you see shipping, you can select or unselect whether or not the tax rate gets applied to the shipping. When you are done, click the Save Changes button. The steps are the same for reduced and zero rate rates tax options. Now let me show you how to get automated taxes. Find and hover over the Plugins tab in the left side menu. Click Add New Plugin. In the search field, type in WooCommerce Tax. You'll see the plugin here showing that it's called WooCommerce Shipping and Tax. Click the Install Now button to install the plugin. Once it is done installing, click the Activate button to activate the plugin. Next, you'll see the Connect Your Site to activate WooCommerce shipping and tax. Click the Connect button. Next, you want to input your email address to get started. Click the Continue button. Next, a magic link was sent to your email address that you want to verify. Here's the email. Click the Connect button. You'll now see the Jetpack email confirmed. It'll then take you to the plugins page in the WordPress dashboard. You'll see the setup complete. Next, hover over the WooCommerce tab in the left side menu. Click Settings. Click Tax in the top menu. You'll see Automated Taxes. From the drop-down, you want to select Enable Automated Taxes. Scroll down and click the Save Changes button. If you aren't able to click the Save Changes button, that means the changes have already been saved. Now let's go over shipping. Click Shipping. This is where you can set up the shipping for your products. Where you see shipping zones, you'll see Add Zone. Click this. Input the name of your zone here. For example, if I'm creating a zone for the entire United States, I'll call it United States. Next, where you see zone regions, you can input specific postal zip codes, states, continents, and countries. I'll input United States. You'll see United States is now input in zone regions. Next, click Add Shipping Method. You'll see free shipping and flat rate. I'll select flat rate and click the Continue button. Input the cost of the shipping that you want. I'll select $5 and click the Create and Save button. You now see our flat rate shipping method is selected. Click the Shipping Zones tab here. If you want to add more zones, click the Add Zone button and you can add different shipping costs based on your needs. Where you see Rest of the World, if you click Edit, you'll see Locations Not Covered by your other zones. This is how you set up shipping for any areas that you may have missed in adding the shipping zones. Click Add Shipping Method and you can continue like in the step covered earlier. You could just put the shipping cost a little higher than all the others as they might be far from you as an example. If you click Shipping Settings, you can select and change the shipping calculations to what you'd like and change the shipping destination to what you'd like. Now let's go over how to add payments to your site. Hover over Plugins in the left side menu. Click Add New Plugin. Type in the search bar Stripe. You'll see the WooCommerce Stripe Payment Gateway plugin. Click the Install Now button. After it's done installing, click the Activate button. Next, hover over WooCommerce in the left side menu. Click Settings. Up at the top, click Payments. Scroll down to where you see Stripe. Toggle Stripe to on, or you can also click the Finish Setup button. It'll take you to a Get Started with Stripe page. You want to click the Create or Connect an Account button. Next, input the email address you want to use for your Stripe account. If you already have a Stripe account, you just enter the email used. Click the Submit button. Next, input a password you want to use. Click the Submit button. You'll now be on the two-step authentication page. You can proceed to verify with the QR code or use a phone or security key from below. After you complete the verification, you'll be on the Your Account is Secured page. I recommend downloading this code or copying this code and pasting it somewhere where you can access it in the future if you ever need it. This code is used to unlock your Stripe account in case you ever lose your device or it's stolen. Click the Next button. Next, input your business location and type of business. Click the Continue button. Next, you want to input your personal details in and click the Continue button at the bottom when finished. Next, it'll have your website here. Change this if it needs to be something different. Next, put in a product description for your business and click the Continue button. Next, select an account you want to use for your payouts. You can also choose to enter your bank details manually instead. Once done, click the Continue button. Next, you'll be on a Select an Account for Payouts page. Click the Continue button. Next, you want to set up the public details for customers. If you click in Statement Descriptor, over to the right, it'll show you what it will look like to the customer when they make their payment in their banking account or credit card used. If you click Shorten Descriptor, it'll show you it over to the right. This one is optional and isn't needed unless you want it. Enter a customer support number. You can select or unselect to have your phone number show on receipts and invoices. Next, continue in entering the rest of your details and click the Continue button. Next, you can click No Thanks on this option unless you want to have this as an option. Next, you'll be on the Review and Submit page. Click the Agree and Submit button to proceed. Once done, you'll be directed back to the WooCommerce Settings Payments page. You'll see the Enable Stripe is selected. Next, scroll down to the Account Details. You'll see Payment. Payout and Webhook are disabled. Next, we want to add the following endpoint to our Stripe account as the last step. Click the Stripe account settings link. It'll take you to the Stripe Webhooks page. Click the Added Endpoint button. In WordPress, you want to copy this webhook endpoint URL it gives you. Paste it in Stripe where it says Endpoint URL. Where you see Select Events to listen to, click the Select Events. Next, you can select events that you want. I recommend selecting Select All Events. Feel free to select individual ones as needed. Next, click the Add Events button. Next, click the Add Endpoint button. It'll take you back to the Webhooks page in Stripe. Next, I'll go back to WordPress to the WooCommerce Payment Settings page. You'll see Payments and Transactions. You'll see different options you can select. If you make any changes on this page, be sure to scroll down to the bottom and click Save Changes. I'll scroll back up to the top of this page. Click Payment Methods. You'll see Credit, Debit Cards is selected. There's a bunch more payment methods you can accept on your site. Select it to add it to your site. If you see a Requires Activation, you'll have to activate it in your Stripe account. If you want to remove a payment method on your site, just unselect it and it'll give you the option to remove it by clicking Remove. Next, scroll down to Express Checkouts. You'll see options you can select or unselect here like Apple Pay and Google Pay, and Stripe automatically filling out your customer's information during checkout. Be sure to click Save Changes to save your changes. Now let's preview our shop store page and go through the cart and checkout process so you can see what it looks like. I'll hover over my site title name at the top. I'll click Visit Store. I'll now be on the shop store page. You'll see the products added here. I'll click a product. Here's the product page. I'll click Add to Cart. Up at the top, I'll click View Cart. Here's the preview of the cart page. I'll click Proceed to checkout. I'm now on the checkout page where the customer can input their information, payment details, and place their order. Next, let's get to know the drag and drop editor Elementor better. I'll scroll up to the top of the page and click Home to go to my home page. Click Edit with Elementor at the top of the page. You'll see Publish in the top right. Click this when you want to publish changes you've made to your site. If you click the arrow, you can save the page as a draft or save the page as a template to then use as a template for another page you create. To view changes you've made to your site, click the eye icon and it'll show you a preview of your site. If you click the desktop icon, it'll show you what your changes look like on desktop devices. The tablet icon will show tablet devices. and the mobile icon will show mobile devices. If you hover over the site settings icon and click it, you can change things like the colors of your entire site, fonts used, and more. If you click the Elementor menu icon and click History, and then click Revisions, it'll list out all the revisions for your site that it has pre-saved. If you click one, it'll bring your site edits back to how they were at the time of that edit. If you click the Elementor menu icon and click Exit to WordPress, then click the WordPress icon in the top left, it'll take you to the WordPress dashboard. If you hover over the Pages tab, click Add New to add a new page to your site. If you click All Pages, it'll showcase all the pages on your site. If you hover over the Media tab and click on Library, it'll show you all the images you have uploaded in WordPress. If you click Add New at the top, you can then upload or drag in an image into WordPress. If you hover over Posts and click Add New, you can create a new blog post for your site. If you click All Posts, it'll pull up all the posts you have on your site. If you click the Comments tab, you will see all the comments you have on your blog post. You can easily reply, mark it as spam, or trash the comment. If you hover over the Plugins tab and click Add New, you can then search for or browse plugins to add to your site. Any feature or customization you might want on your site, more than likely there's a plugin for that. If you hover over the Appearance tab in the left side menu, click on Menus. This is where you can edit the menu on your site. If you have multiple menus on your site, you'll be able to select them from the Select a Menu to Edit area. Click the Select button to select the menu you want to edit. If you don't see anything here, then that means you only have one menu currently on your site. You can add new pages to the menu or drag a page to a different order. If you click the tiny arrow, you can change the name of it or completely delete it from the menu. If you want to create a completely new menu, you can click Create a New Menu. If you want to have sub-menu items show in the menu, just add the items to the menu and place it a bit to the right under the menu name you want it to show under. I'll add a few under Books. I'll click Save Menu. I'll now pull up the view of my site, and you'll now see the sub-menu items showing in the menu under Books. Now I want to cover how to edit the footer, header, and logo for your site. From the WordPress dashboard, if you hover over the Appearance tab in the side menu and click Customize, you'll be on the Customize page. Click the Footer Builder. You can then click an area in the footer area to start making edits to that section over on the left side. If you click the Design tab, you can then make additional changes for that section in the footer. If you click the social media icons, you can easily edit, add, or remove social media profiles for your author business. If you click Design, you can make more changes like the colors, sizing, and more. If you don't want something in the footer of your site, click the X button to remove that area from the footer. If you click the pencil icon here on the left-hand side, you can then choose how many columns you want your footer to be. You can then click the plus icon to add sections to that part of the footer. I'm going to click the back arrow twice. Scroll up to the header area of your site. If you click into the header area of your site, you can make edits by clicking into the area. For example, to edit the social media icons, I'll hover over it and click the pencil icon. You can then make changes. If you want to remove the social media icons, you can click the X button where you see button to remove the button from showing. In this section, you can move things around to change the look of the menu area to get it how you like it. If you click the pencil icon where you see the logo, it'll pull up where you can remove the current logo and add your own logo. You'll see site title. You can input your site title here. Where you see tagline, you can input the tagline for your site here. If you click the Design tab, you can make color changes to the logo. I'm going to click the back arrow twice. If you click Site Identity, you can then upload a favicon, which is the site icon for your site. I'll click the back button. If you click global, typography is where you can change the fonts used for your site. Colors is where you can change the colors for your site. Buttons is where you can change the button presets and colors used. You now know how to access pre-made professional templates, how to make an author website in WordPress, and making edits to it using the drag and drop editor, Elementor Page Builder. That is my author website design tutorial going over how to create an author website in WordPress step by step. If you have any questions, get in touch in the comments as I'm here to help you with anything you need. Give this video a thumbs up and leave us a comment letting us know if the tutorial was helpful or not, as comments help improve our tutorials. Be sure to subscribe to our channel for more website tutorial videos.